Prince Harry's life has been a public spectacle from the very beginning. Every milestone, every misstep, every triumph broadcast and dissected. He's been the cheeky prince, the soldier, the rebel, and the grieving son. This constant exposure shaped him, creating a man both used to the spotlight and deeply wary of it. His relationship with the media is fraught, duty mixed with distrust. The public's view of Harry has shifted dramatically, especially after his royal exit with Meghan. Once beloved, now polarizing, his every move is analysed for meaning. This pressure is visible in his body language, his need for approval, his search for identity. His gestures and expressions are echoes of a life lived on display. The desire for privacy clashes with his royal birthright, creating visible tension in his posture and demeanour. Harry's non-verbal cues reveal a man yearning for connection on his own terms, not just as a royal. Every public appearance is a performance, but his body language often betrays the man behind the mask. Understanding this context is key to decoding his actions, especially during pivotal moments like his wedding. Harry and Meghan's wedding wasn't just a ceremony, it was a global event. Hundreds of millions watched, turning every glance and gesture into headline news. The day symbolized a new era for the monarchy, blending tradition with modernity. For the couple, the pressure was immense. Their love story was on display for the world. In such a high-stakes environment, true emotions are hard to hide. Their body language became a window into their private world, nervousness, joy, relief, and hope all on display. The wedding was their public debut as a team, setting the tone for their future. Every interaction was scrutinized, every touch analyzed. Their challenge balanced personal intimacy with public expectation. The way they supported and looked at each other spoke volumes. For body language experts, it was a goldmine. Raw, unfiltered emotion in real time. The wedding wasn't just a fairy tale, it was a deeply human event. Their non-verbal cues offered a rare glimpse into the real people behind the royal titles. At the altar, Prince Harry's anxiety was unmistakable. Gone was the confident prince. In his place stood a man visibly overwhelmed. He soothed himself with small gestures, lip-sucking, rocking on his heels, slow exhalations. These weren't just nerves, they were signs of someone feeling the full weight of history and expectation. But when Meghan appeared, everything changed. Relief washed over him, his tension eased, and his famous "you look amazing" was paired with a lip bite, emotion barely contained. Meghan's presence was his anchor, transforming his anxiety into calm. This vulnerability was a stark departure from royal stoicism, humanizing him in front of millions. It revealed a man deeply in love, overwhelmed by the moment and the commitment. His openness set the stage for their relationship dynamic. He, the vulnerable prince, she, the steadying force. Their bond was built on this visible, mutual need. Meghan Markle's entrance was a lesson in composure. She stepped out of the car radiating calm, her smile wide and movements graceful. Used to cameras, she projected confidence, signaling she was ready for the royal stage. Her solo walk down the nave broke tradition, symbolizing independence and self-assurance. Her posture was upright, her gaze warm, no sign of nerves, but as she neared Harry, her confidence softened. Locking eyes with him, her smile became more genuine, her eyes glistening. The armor of poise dropped, revealing vulnerability and deep emotion. This shift showed her ability to balance public strength with private intimacy. At the altar, their roles crystallized. Harry, the vulnerable prince, Meghan, the reassuring partner. Her confidence wasn't just for herself, it was for him too. This dynamic would define their public life together. Meghan's poise and emotional openness became a source of strength for them both. United at the altar, Harry and Meghan formed an unmistakable protective bubble. Their intense eye contact shut out the world, creating a private space amid the spectacle. Their hands were tightly clasped, fingers meshed, a sign of unity and intimacy. Harry's thumb stroked Meghan's hand, a silent reassurance. "I'm here." Their focus was on each other, not the ceremony or the crowd. This dynamic, protective vulnerability defined their bond. Harry's anxiety was met by Meghan's steadiness. Together, they became each other's protectors. Their body language projected a "you and me against the world" narrative. This insularity became a hallmark of their public appearances. Their gestures reinforced their shared identity as a unit, separate from the institution. Their nonverbal cues showed a couple finding safety and acceptance in each other. After the ceremony, Harry's transformation was striking. The anxious groom became a confident, beaming husband. Sitting beside Meghan in the carriage, he was upright, proud, and visibly relaxed. His protective gestures intensified, body angled toward Meghan, shielding her from the crowds. His smiles were broad and genuine, his gaze filled with adoration. The ordeal was over. Now he was her champion. This role, protector, gave him purpose and confidence. His vulnerability at the altar was the prelude to this transformation. In public, Harry often adopts a dominant shielding posture, defining his role as defender. This need to protect is central to his identity, especially when with Meghan. Their dynamic, he is strongest when he's her guardian. Meghan's confidence was layered with subtle signals of vulnerability. Her signature hair touch, a preening gesture, hinted at self-consciousness and a desire for approval. Her soft, asymmetric smile and head tilt projected coyness and approachability. These gestures softened her image, inviting warmth and connection. When she displayed these cues, Harry often responded with protective touches. Their nonverbal dance, her vulnerability, triggered his instinct to reassure. This wasn't manipulation, but a natural interaction that deepened their bond. Meghan's blend of strength and softness made her compelling. She appeared powerful yet in need of care, fueling Harry's protective role. Their body language was a balanced interplay of confidence and vulnerability. At the heart of Harry and Meghan's body language is a shared quest for love and acceptance. For Harry, it's about finding unconditional love after a lifetime of scrutiny. Meghan's need for acceptance is shaped by her outsider status and the pressures of royal life. Their constant physical connection, hand-holding, back-touching, eye-gazing, signals mutual dependency. They look to each other for validation the world often withholds. Their bond is a fortress against a sometimes hostile environment. Their gestures tell a story of survival, not just romance. This insular connection is their strength, but can also appear defensive to outsiders. Their body language prioritizes each other above all else, sometimes at the expense of wider connection. Ultimately, their non-verbal story is deeply human, a search for safe, validating love in the glare of the world's spotlight.